Hope everyone's doing well. My name is EQ and welcome to Stonkaholics. Today we're going to be going over a really easy scalping strategy, and I'm going to be showcasing a new indicator that we've been working on that will drastically help your scalping trading, as well as be able to teach you how to scalp properly and what to look for. Now you definitely want to stick to the end of this video. We're going to go over every aspect of these indicators as well. And I'll be able to explain what we're using in the indicators and the overlays to make sure that we're getting the best entries and exits possible, and to make sure that we're using our oscillators correctly. And if you haven't had a chance to yet, please make sure to throw a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. All that it would be greatly appreciated. Let's get the party started. I'm happy to show everyone the first look at the Stonk Predictor. Now this is a combination indicator overlay. It uses Bollinger Bands, it uses VWAP, it uses HMAs, all the really good stuff all together in one amazing formula to really help you navigate and learn your way through scalp trading. So when you're doing scalping strategies or when you're trading within Bollinger Bands, what you're looking for is accumulation periods, so areas where the Bollinger Bands are getting a little bit tighter, and you want to look for bounces off of the outside of the bands. Now the whole concept with Bollinger Bands is like a magnet theory, so you can think of it in the sense that price will always move back to the center, its gravitational force. And now we're going to walk through what these other indicators do and how they can help you get in and out of trades a little bit easier. Now when you're doing Bollinger Band trades, you want to be buying on the bottom and selling on the top, so that's why we have a green line on the bottom and a red line on the top to help buys and sells. Now a typical strategy when you're doing Bollinger Bands is to wait for price to break out of the Bollinger Band. This would be a buy area or a potential buy area, or for a riskier trader. Now if you're more conservative, you can wait till we get back in and hit the buy signal. That's when you would buy in and wait for this to move either to the middle or the center of the Bollinger Band, or depending what the predictor candles are telling you. Now let's say you were to buy into this position. Once we get to the middle, this is where you would start considering closing your trade on a short-term trade, or when you're doing scalping. Now when you're looking at these predictor candles, you can see that our actual candles are above them. That means that price should be continuing to move up, and you can also see we're using this moving average as a support as we continue to move. This would tell me to stay in the trade. You're also seeing a flip. Now this flip is based on the predictors. This is a VWAP indicator. So once the VWAP flips on top of the Bollinger Band indicator, that's signaling a high impulse move and a bullish move, and you'd want to stay into this trade until we start to break out of this Bollinger Band. And the main sign, or the biggest sign that you would get, and this is where the predictor candles come in, is once this starts to move back in, you want to wait for these to overlap. So because there's a lot of distance here, that means that there's a lot of volatility and this can still grow. Now once the candles actually stack on top of each other, you can see we get a sell signal and we start to move back down. So anytime you get a sell signal, for example, and you're sitting at the top of a Bollinger Band and you're playing it down, you can stay in this trade until the candles overlap. So you can see that the predictors here have a lot of space. We're sitting under, so we're still in the sell position. Now once the candles overlap, that's when we would close this position, and a few candles later we would get our buy position. Now how you would know not to buy into this certain position here, and how you would know to watch out for this candle, is because you want to make sure that you're close to, if not touching, the outside of the Bollinger Band to get into trades. That would be the safer bet. Like for example, if we're looking down into this area right here, you can see that price did break out. We had a buy signal come a little bit later, and that's an area that you would look for interest to buy in, because we broke out of the Bollinger Band, and by theory we should be pulling in more than likely, just because of the momentum theory and how price action moves. Now this indicator is going to be very helpful for new traders and experienced traders if you want to just practice your strategies, or just to make it a little bit easier for you to trade with the naked eye. If you want access to this indicator, I'm going to leave a link in the description to come join our Discord group. And with our top tier membership, it comes with all of our indicators, it comes with our academy, our VIP Discord, and discounts on apparel, so it's the best bang for your buck. Let us help you learn how to fish, as well as give you some fish to play with. Now we're looking at Matic live right now. So for example, if we were in the buy position here, we would have sold up here. You could have bought back in at the center if you really wanted to and you believed in the bullish sentiment. You come back up, you would have hit a sell at these Bollinger Bands, and your major confirmation would be that they start overlapping with the predictor candles, and you're starting to pull under the HMAs. So there's a lot of major signs here that we could be pulling down, and you're getting a double tap on the Bollinger Band, which would be a double confirmation as well as an overlay. So the more confluences you have, the better your trade is going to be, and the higher probability you have of successful outcomes. And that's what we're all here for anyways. It's a probability game, so we want to increase our probability and understand that losses are inevitable. So the best way to trade is to learn how to not lose money, and when you do that, you're going to make threefolds the money that you're making right now. And that's going to wrap up this video, short and sweet. Please make sure to come join our Discord group if you want to learn a little bit more. We'd be more than happy to help you with any of our indicators, any of our strategies, and how we make a living as professional traders. So I'll catch you on the next one.